Time for the pitch on Fox Business Network. Time to bring in our venture capitalist who is here for this opportunity to, well, pitch a business idea to one of our experts. Our venture capitalist is Don Rainey. Of course, he's been with us the first half of this hour. But on the phone, we have Jimmy Bracco from Canton, Georgia. Okay, Jimmy, this is your audition. Pitch Don your idea.
So can I do this Billy Mays style?
Hey, you know, you got to say that's
enthusiasm
what this is
always
about.
helps.
Yeah, sell it to us.
Hi, this is Jimmy Bracco, and I have no idea why I'm yelling at you right now. But so the idea is to create a website that people can upload private information to be stored and then later released to a set of listed individuals that they would define in the event of their untimely death. And I'll give you a couple for instances. So, you know, honey, I'm apparently dead if you're getting this email, so I want to let you know that I have $1,000 hidden in the attic, and so don't throw out that old statue of Jesus that's up there, you know. So, or, you know, I have a love child named Bo in Arizona. I thought you need to know that, you know, that kind of thing. Or, you know, maybe even something just more crazy to the, you know, I am the serial killer of '08, and here's where I left all my evidence. So, that's about it in general.
No, but Jimmy, your idea is also though to store. Would it be to store people's personal information, like all of their passwords and things like that, so everything would be in one place, perhaps?
Right, exactly. The idea is to let the user go ahead and extend it as far as they want to extend it. To talk about maybe hidden bank accounts and, you know, passwords to this or passwords to that, but to be able to have the workflow kick off automatically. In the event of, you know, the user not visiting back to the site.
Don, you've got questions for Jimmy.
Jimmy, who do you perceive as the buyer with some precision?
With some precision, I would say it would be the social networking crowd right now, because they, you know, they are really comfortable with doing things online, and you would be amazed the amount of information people are putting on things like Twitter and Facebook that should be private information. So that's really our target audience at the moment.
Jimmy, this skews closer to home than you could ever imagine, but I'm kind of curious as to how many people do this in the real world in paper or files or lock boxes. You know, most of what we're looking for online is something that exists offline and succeeding. Is that, you know, how many people actually in a safe or a deposit box at the bank put all that information somewhere?
Sure. I think the idea is the fact that, you know, a lot of this information gets lost because nobody knows where that information is, as far as like family, you know, friends, relative, when you want to leave that information. How do they know that exists when somebody thinks that they're going to, you know, die 40 years from now and they get, you know, hit by a bus in 2 days and they didn't have a chance to do the formal process of creating a will or something along those lines that's very static and not as dynamic as I just hid $1,000 in a statue yesterday. I need to tell somebody about that without calling my lawyer.
But do statue money hiders typically leave a trail? Is the, you know, the behavioral analogs I try to get my arms around. Is it a good idea? Probably. Is it a business? I'd have my doubts. I'd worry that you don't have enough planners in the world. If you're relying on the social network crowd, they skew pretty young. People, generally speaking, are not good about planning their deaths, and their secrets are secrets for a reason. So, to the degree that that these secrets might be planted to be revealed at a date certain, or to some degree that you allowed people to time release information, it might have a broader appeal. I also, when I heard your story a moment ago, wondered, how does the site know they're dead? How does that loop close?
Well, that is actually part of the revenue-generating portion of the site. I mean, you know, we are in business to make money.
Right.
So what we will require is that the individual actually visit the site within a set amount of time that they define. And then if they don't visit the site, then you know, the site may send out 1, 2, 3 warnings, may try to contact them at 1, 2, or 3 different places, and just kind of assume that something's wrong, that they've been deceased. Now, we know that things are going to happen, like people get thrown in jail or something along those lines, that they're not necessarily deceased. So what we're trying to do to create another revenue stream would be to go ahead and create the the ability to go out and have maybe a live person verify the fact that something has happened to you and check municipal records.
An idea for another revenue stream for you, Jimmy, is to charge people who don't want the information stored in your place released at all. So it's
that's actually called extortion, isn't it?
Or blackmail, one or the other, but whichever it is, it's damn good business. It's low cost.
That's actually a good call, because I think that the natural tendency for people to confess is what draws people to things like Twitter and Facebook.
Let me tell you something. Let me give you a reason why I do like your business, because Don and I both review business proposals. Probably you relook at 1,000 of them to fund one of them. So we're looking for the thing that has scale and that you can ultimately sell. But most businesses in the world that are successful don't meet those requirements and never will. But they're damn good businesses. So this may be one of those. And the reason I like it is, first of all, you can start it with almost no money. And today, money's tough to get. Second of all, the people who do this now do it through a trust company or a bank or a lawyer or an accountant, and the baggage there is huge. You have to pay hundreds or thousands of dollars to get that set up. You can do it for $3.95 a month or $19.95 a month or something like that.
And
you could have a jerk department where you tell people off after you're dead. You could have a sorry department of the people. And you could do little things like that.
Yeah, I love the confessional component of this, right? The confessional has, long-standing popularity, especially anonymous confessional. Culturally that we do that. The online component is pretty compelling. The time release, either confession, telling somebody off, settling some score, or telling that person I never liked you, or whatever you feel compelled to tell them. Or telling someone, when you weren't around, I spoke sternly to your cat. All that stuff can have some lift. I would caution. I've found, doing a number of businesses through the years, I really want to be around happy people. I'd love to be about making them happier and more fulfilled. And the death angle just doesn't give me that. And so I would say time release and confessional are the pluses. The death component is a major downer.
You know what? I'm sorry, but I actually love the death locker idea. The reason is right now I have random envelopes taped in all sorts of weird places that people are going to have a heck of a time finding when I'm dead. And I have family members, or not family, actually friends, to give letters to family members in case I get hit by a bus out here on 6th Avenue. And I love this idea. The hard part's going to be to text to your system, I'm dead, right before I actually die. But I could set that up, actually, so that it was pretty instant if I had a 2-minute warning.
Well, what if your friends are not your friends tomorrow? What happens if it changes dynamically and they're sitting with an envelope that says,
That's one of the reasons that I love this idea. I think you're going to have to build in a security component. I think that's the one thing that's,
and before you do that, you're going to have to find a customer. And if you can find a few customers to start it, you don't need scale for this.
Yeah, for me, Jimmy.
Try it out, see if it works. Don't spend a lot of bucks on it in the beginning. And if it starts to take off, you can grow it.
And then assure people that you're not going to give the government information.
Let's give Don the final word. He's the in-house VC.
I would give him a money-back guarantee.
Yes.
So when they're dead, they get their money back.
Nice.
When they're dead.
I like that.
Yeah, they can get all their money back if you fail to perform.
No, but do you like it as a business?
No. Okay. I would like it to be more scalable, and as I said, I think the confessional is good, the time release information, settling scores, and all that stuff is good.
But that doesn't mean you can't do it.
I like Jimmy for wanting to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like your idea, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, everyone.
Good luck, Jimmy.
That's why we're all here for you. And Jimmy, we can't thank you enough for calling in. It was great to hear from you. Hope the weather down in Georgia is beautiful.
It is. We love the Fox Business Channel down here, so thank you guys.
And we love you. Hey, thank you so much. So if you have an idea that you know is a winner, we will give you the chance to pitch your idea to a venture capitalist. Send it to us.
That's right. Send your idea to us right now, as a matter of fact, while you're thinking about it. Your money at foxbusiness.com. You could be selected to join us next weekend to sell your idea to a venture capitalist. That's your money at foxbusiness.com. And we'll be right back with some more answers to your questions about business right after this.
Would you do this to a $1,000 leather sofa?